Hello, I'm up in the artist studio in the loft. It's Friday afternoon, got a bit of spare time, bit of empty time. I've been pretty busy the last few days. And massive inspiration this week, going along to a talk with a guy called Max Igan, or Igan, I-G-A-N anyway. He's a filmmaker, inspirational speaker, and pretty switched on guy. And do you ever it's sort of like this dilemma of how do you live? How do I live? It's like the struggle of how do I live in a crazy world where things are just odd, where we have to pay loads of taxes which are used to go and blow people up on the other side of the world, where people are all about resources and competing with each other so you can get the most stuff, or kind of getting by. We're meant to be thriving, right? We all know this. We're supposed to be creative beings. The Earth's abundant. There's enough for everyone's needs. There's more beds in the world than there are people. This guy, so how do I live in that world, not being in denial, being honest about what's really going on, and still stay positive, and not get sucked into that that loop of conspiracy theory and wanting to fight the system, and how do I be part of creating something better, a system where people work together, where they cooperate, where we grow food, all that kind of stuff. A system where there's collaborative consumption, so we don't all have to consume and own the things that we want to use, right? And I was really impressed with Max's talk because he's in no way in denial. He tells it like it is, and I know for a lot of people it's quite confronting because it's like waking up to what's actually going on in the world. And at the same time, he's a massive advocate for community action, and it's like that his message is really simple. It's like, know who you are, really know who you are, and by knowing who you are, you can be free in the world and connect with other people and see the genius in them and see the creativity, just become friends with people. Anyway, so look, I've been watching a whole heap of his videos, and it's really aligned with where I am at the moment. And I went along to really meet other people. It wasn't really particularly new information, a new paradigm. I mean, there was good information, but I knew most of the kind of ideas he was sharing, but just totally the big shift for me was like local community is about my neighbours. It's not about trying to find the people who are more conscious or more aware. It's actually about just going down the street here and going and saying hello, saying g'day, and finding out what people like doing, finding out who they are, and making friends, and maybe down the track sharing some vegetables or whatever. And that's something I've really taken on board. And Inspire Bristol is a community project that I started about a month ago. 12 of us met up and we talked about what kind of world we want to live in, and shared who's got what talents in the group. We got to know each other a little bit. And the thing I loved was that I could say to the people who were there at the event, I could say, hey, we're doing this. These ideas about, food, and these ideas about getting together. Like, one of Max's ideas is write to the council and ask for a piece of land, like it could be the corner of a park or some disused land, and turn it into a community garden where people can just go plant food. And you've obviously got someone looking after it, but anyone in the community can go and put in their time and effort and take what they need. They can take herbs and vegetables, and it's abundant. See, we're used to this idea of scarcity where there's only so much, and you can't have too much because we think people are greedy and they'll take more than their share. But the community gardens work really well because you just take what you need, and you work to do a little bit of weeding and stuff. So, and it's really exciting because you're being a bit cheeky, you're challenging the council, you're saying, well, come on, give us some land and just take over a bit of land. And because it's not just me taking the land for me to use, it's actually, say, a group of 30 or 40 people in the local area, yeah? It's the people, and it's our land anyway. So that's exciting. And we've got our next meeting on the 7th of September. We're meeting up the first Sunday of the month, and you know, it's been amazing how effortlessly it's all started to flow, and I'm feeling really you know, just like so excited to be here in Bristol, where there's the right energy and the right people who are, you know, just open to this. It's really a place where people live in community, and it doesn't have to be something super fancy. It could just be like, you know, swapping some veggies with your neighbour. But that's what it's all about. And I think we're going to have, you know, one of the things we're going to do is build on some of these ideas and this common knowledge. And lots of people from that talk, I think, might come. And so let's actually start implementing these ideas. So I really recommend, like, anyone watching this, if you care and you want to know what's going on in the world, and you want to know what you know, be inspired to come up with ideas for what you can do. I mean, it's overwhelming, right? It can be overwhelming. But once you come to terms with it, and like the simple things that are about love and connection and human beings in community, why wouldn't you? So if you're in Bristol, come if you want to. And, you know, in any case, check out Max Igan. Max, his surname's Igan. He's got some good, I've really enjoyed some of his talks and interviews on YouTube. He's also made some documentaries which I've dipped into, but I prefer, like, for me, I love the information in the talks, and it was just great to hear him talk live. And just really, like, yeah, it's like there's a calmness there of, hey, yeah, sure, this is what's happening, that's okay. What are we going to do? It's like not focusing on the problem, but actually looking at, well, hey, what's the solution? Like, what can we do? And not from a place of violence, not from a place of anger, not from a place of, these people are controlling us, but just from a place of, yeah, this is what's going on, and this is, let's try this and see what happens, and be, you know, it's creative, man. So yeah, love to know what you think of Max Igan's ideas. I feel very resonant with those at this time of my life, and you know, it just seems like this creation of community is the most important thing. So I've got a few other projects in the pipeline, but you know, living in a state of enough, so that I've got enough, so that I'm not in fear, that my creativity can flow, and connecting with people and other human beings. So, wow, that's become 8 minutes for a video, but you know what, it was flowing, so sometimes it's good to break the rules. So, I'd love to hear from you. If you're watching this and you're not signed up to my email list and you want to stay in the loop, just go to dunstanbirchinger.com and sign up. And I'd love to hear your comments. I'm not using Facebook so much right now because I'm trying different ways, and yeah, I'm on there as well. And yeah, just if something you heard resonates, or you want to say hello, or if you totally disagreed, drop me a line. So I'm going to sign off now and go upload to YouTube. Catch you later.